Hello people, it's Friday, 4:30, Friday afternoon. It looks like there's going to be a storm coming here. That's why it's dark. We're supposed to be getting a storm, wind, rain, stuff like that. Anyway, let's talk about the movies. Oh, I want to thank everybody who watches my channel, what I do here Fridays, and whatever else I do on here. Thanks for everybody visiting me, and I really appreciate it. Alright, let's talk about the movies. I watched Glory, the Civil War movie, 1989 Glory. Yes, I watched that. Robert Shaw from Boston leads a bunch of black soldiers into battle. Starring Denzel Washington also, and Morgan Freeman. A very good story, very good book, based on a true story. Robert Shaw, a lieutenant. I gave that an 8, I think. Yeah, an 8. Gave it an 8. 8 out of 10. Yeah, I've seen this movie a few times. This was on TCM, so I watched it. I have the movie over there in the closet somewhere. But yeah, a very good movie. If you haven't seen it, watch it. And then I watched North to Alaska. John Wayne, Stuart Granger, Fabian, and Kubashine. Fabian had a good year. That was about it, I guess, for him. But yeah, John Wayne and Stuart Granger. They scored. They got gold, right? And then in Alaska. So John Wayne's sent to bring home Stuart Granger's to-be wife. He ends up finding her, but she's already married. So he meets another lady, in a bar, and he brings her home. And she thinks she has other reasons to go with John Wayne, right? So she thinks it's John Wayne bringing her back. She doesn't realize John Wayne's bringing her back for Stuart Granger. Anyway, you have to watch the movie, right? That's my brother. Alright, then I watched on TCM also, and I also have this movie, but I watched it on TCM again. Casablanca. Yes, I watched Casablanca. It's a love story. We all know it's a love story, right? Humphrey Bogart and Ingrid Bergman. As Time Goes By Dooley Wilson. Yes. This is a classic movie. Yes, everybody knows this movie. I give it an 8 out of 10, like I said. I think I said that already. But yeah, everybody meets at Rick's place. It's a bar. He serves drinks. And who walks into his bar? Yeah, but Ingrid Bergman and her husband. So the story goes. So there you go. Casablanca. And I also watched on TCM Waterloo Bridge. It's a remake of the 1931 version. This one stars Vivian Lee, just off of, what's that big movie in 1939 she made? Frankly, My Dear, I Don't Give a Damn. Anyway, she's in this with Robert Taylor. Now, it's England, the First World War. Bombs are getting dropped. I think it's the First World War. Yeah, wow, First World War, right? So they meet each other and they fall in love. So easy to fall in love, right, in a day or two. Well, in a lot of movies, people fall in love in a day or two, right? So, yeah, they go to places together and have dinner together, and you want to get married and all that, and it doesn't work out. So anyway, he gets sent off to war. She stays home. It's rough, right? There's no jobs, there's no money, for a girl, there's nothing to do, so she goes out with other guys, right? She has to have a job, do something, so then she finds out, right, in the paper that he died. So she goes all the bits and everything. So she does what a girl has to do. And then later on, she finds out that he didn't die. He's walking through the train station. So, yeah, yeah, you have to watch the movie to find out the ending. Then I gave that a 7, Waterloo Bridge. I have that movie too, somewhere. But I watched it on TCM. And another movie I watched, no, I don't have this movie, I don't own Conerd, starring Dick Powell. It's a World War II pilot, an airplane pilot, tracks down the Nazi collaborators that killed his wife. He wants to find the guys that killed his wife, so he goes searching for them. It's basically the story. So I give that a 6. And I don't have this movie either, I watched this on TCM. 30 Seconds Over Tokyo. Van Johnson is in the movie most of the time. He plays the part of Ted Lawson, the airplane pilot that flies over Japan, right, to drop the bomb. And James Spencer Tracy, I should say, plays James Doolittle, Lieutenant James Doolittle. He's in it for a bit, he's in it for a few minutes, but most of the movie has to do with Van Johnson, his wife, and having a baby, stuff like that, to hold the movie together, to give you something to watch, right? So, that's alright. It was alright, it's a good movie. I give it a 7. I gave 7 to 30 Seconds Over Tokyo, 1944. Alright, what else did I watch? Oh yeah, I watched this movie, TCM. I tried to find this movie on Amazon, but I couldn't do it. It's, I don't know, unless I'm not looking in the right place. Where Eagles Dare, 1969. Clint Eastwood and Richard Burton. Yeah. They get sent to blow up this mountain. A castle that's in a mountain, on top of a mountain. They have to go blow this thing up. They have to go save a general who knows all the information about D-Day, and you want to save him before he spills the beans. So that's what they're supposed to be doing. Anyway, it's okay. I think I saw this at the show in 1969. Oh, I didn't mark this one now, but I'm going to give it a 7 right now. 7. I'm going to give that a 7. A big 7 for Where Eagles Dare. A lot of blowing up, explosions, special effects, miniatures. Yeah, sometimes you can tell they're miniatures, but anyway, very good. For 1969, pretty good. What else did I watch? Oh yeah, I watched The Lost Boys. I have this on DVD, I think. The Lost Boys, 1987. Corey Haim and Jason Patrick. Mom and a couple of their sons go down to, I think it's Florida, down where the beaches are, you know, the sand and stuff, and what do you call it? You know, where the rides are and the games and stuff, right? Yeah, down there. They move in with their grandfather, her father, and they meet a couple of guys in the comic book store. Yeah, they're vampire hunters. But anyway, yeah, there's girls and boys and people go missing in this place, right? There's posters. Have you seen this child? Seems to be a lot of them. But anyway, Donald Sutherland's in it too, right? So it's a good story. It's all about vampires, but it's a riot. It does have its funny moments. And I gave it a 7. It's just a movie that you can watch, and this one you can watch again. You can have another laugh. It's a very good movie. It's funny. It has its moments. Vampires. And then I watched Eiger, Sanction. Clint Eastwood, George Kennedy. Directed by Clint Eastwood, 1975. Yeah, he's an art professor, right? But you know, on this side he kills people. That's basically it. So he's assigned to go kill some of these agents, right? The only thing is, as far as he knows, there's a mountain that they have to climb. These 3 guys, and he's one of the four that are climbing this mountain, right? And George Kennedy is putting them through his paces, getting them healthy and getting them in shape to climb this mountain. Now one of these three guys are supposed to be one of the guys that have this, or know about it. Geez, I just watched this movie a while ago. The film or the plans for this poison thing, or poison, something to do about poison. Open up the can, let all the poison out. Anyway, Clint Eastwood's character is supposed to be killing one of these guys. But another thing is that you have to watch the movie to find out the ending. Because like 90% of the time I don't tell you the ending. At least most of the time I don't. Alright, what else? Oh yeah, I watched, this is a series of movies. And William Powell was in 3 or 4 of them? I think 3 or 4 of them. There's a few movies by different actors, but he's been in 3 or 4 of them. William Powell. Yeah, philo Vance, yeah. Called the Kennel murder case. 2 brothers are found dead. One in a locked room, the other in a closet. The only clues are a wounded Doberman and a shattered vase worth a lot of money busted on the floor, right? So yeah. So this guy's found dead in a room. He's sitting in a chair, right? He's shot in the head. It's suicide. No, he's got his shoe on, right? The shoe half on. Half taken off, taken on, put on, whatever, right? And they're saying it's suicide. And they're going, why would anybody shoot himself halfway through putting a shoe on or taking it off, right? So, then they start asking questions. Now, is it a suicide? And, they don't find the dead guy in the closet for a little while later, right? They're all too busy worrying about the guy that got shot in the head with the suicide, right? Did he do suicide? Well, they find out it wasn't suicide. Now, right, William Powell's character, Philo Vance, has to find out, right, find out who killed him. How did both these brothers die in this big house, this big mansion? There's a few movies based on the character. There was books based 1920s and 30s, books on this Philo Vance character. Anyway, it's not a bad one. This is one of the better movies of this series. And he gave it out of 7. TCM. I watched it on TCM, of course. TCM. I'm always watching TCM. A lot of times TCM shows you movies that you already seen, so I pass, unless it's really good. Or they show you movies I've never seen before. It's hard to believe. I think I had TCM for like, 25 years? Or ever since it came out, when it first came out. Yeah, was that 25 years ago? I don't know. Fuck. Alright, what else? Oh yeah, I watched Babyface, 1933. Before the film code came into effect. I think the code came in 1934. So all the movies before 1934, there's some, what's that word, double entrance, you say something and could she be meaning that, or, right? So this movie is about a young girl. You see her in a upstairs place where her dad runs a speakeasy, right? He serves beers to people, these guys, right? And she's passing the beer out and stuff. Everybody's trying to slap her on the ass and stuff, and she don't like it. So one thing leads to another, and she turns around and starts thinking about things, and there's this old guy that shows up once in a while. He talks to her. He just talks to her, has a beer, and then he leaves, right? So then her father, right, leaves, and he leaves her alone with this guy from the city. And this guy from the city's trying to put the make on her and stuff, right? Get her into the bedroom and do it to her, right? Did I say that right? Well, you know what I'm saying. So then, no, she slaps him, stuff like that. And then the girl comes up, the black girl comes up, saying that, right? And she says that there's a fire downstairs in in the garage. So her dad runs downstairs. That's where he's making all the beer, right? He's got the machine down there, and the beer is there. Anyway, the thing blows up, kills her dad. So her and the girl take off. But before they take off, she visits the old guy. Yeah, get the story right, Bob. She visits the old guy, and he's telling her, right, you got power. You can do anything you want. You can have anything you want. You know, you got power. You have power over men. So she goes to New York City, takes her friend, right, and she starts. She starts at the bottom floor and works her way up to the freaking top. Yeah, it's a very good movie. Interesting. Girls have a lot of power over men. What did I give that? I gave it a 7 out of 10. TCM. Yeah, I think I might have that movie on a DVD, but I'm not sure. I think I do. Anyway, oh yeah, and there's a young John Wayne in it, and he's about 25 years. He's one of Barbara Streisand, or Barbara, oh, freaking drop Barbara Stanwyck's, right, makes. He's trying to go on a date with her. John Wayne, very young John Wayne. Right? Also stars George Brent and Donald Cook. And I watched one more on TCM. No, I know I don't have this movie. So, The Whole Town's Talking, starring, it's John Ford. John Ford, Wolf Kratz, you listening? John Ford directed this comedy. Comedy of Errors. Everett G. Robinson is playing 2 parts in this movie. You see him when he's a timid clerk, right? Working in an office, right? You know, he's with the other 50 people in an office, adding up numbers and counting, and you know, those jobs, right? They did exist, all these jobs back in the 1930s. They don't do that anymore now. I don't have all those people, but anyway, he was a silent little guy. He liked a girl and stuff. Anyway, but there's a gangster, right? And this freaking gangster looks just like him. The gangster's picture's in the paper, right? Newspaper. And the newspaper's in the office, and everybody's looking at the newspaper and looking at him going, hey, right? And there he's standing there wondering, why is everybody looking at him? Yeah. So, they get mixed up, right? They get mixed up with each other. The cops come and take him away. He's the bad guy, right? They're going to come and arrest him, right? They're going to take him and put him in jail. And he's trying to tell everybody, it's not him. It's not him, right? He's not the gangster. Anyways, it's a riot. The movie's funny. I liked it. I gave it a 7 out of 10. Yep, 7. I didn't have to look. It's just a 7 out of 10 movie. You go watch it. So there you go, Wolf Kratz. That's John Ford, yes. Directed. 1935? I think it's 1935. Yeah. I don't know if you have that, Wolf, but so I just thought I'd mention that to you because John Ford directed it. And I don't think he directed too many so-called comedy movies, did he? John Ford? I'm trying to think of, I mean, this is a straight out comedy. This is meant to be a comedy / gangster movie. I mean, did John Ford direct comedies? I'm trying to think of another one, but I can't off the top of my head. John Ford. No, maybe he did. Was The Quiet Man a comedy? Jeez, I'm confusing myself now. Anyway, that's 1935, John Ford. Anyway, I just wanted to say, tell everybody to stay safe. Stay in if you can. If you can't, well, wear a mask. They're telling us to, we have to wear a mask when we go outside. We're still doing that. There are still some idiots around. I hate to say that, but there are, But yeah, things are bad here in Toronto. Still, they're not that great, but they're opening up businesses here and things like that. They're marking areas off in parks where you can sit, like where you can sit down and lay down or whatever. So yeah, there's all kinds of stuff going on. So hopefully everything gets better, and and things get better. I don't know what else to say. But yeah, okay people. Keep watching those movies and stay safe. Talk to you next week on the movies that I watched. Bye.